How's it going, everybody? It's been a couple months, actually a few months, I think, since I've done a vlog. I've just been really lazy on them, with them, and I've been busy with school, getting things together for the summer, buying my plane ticket home, which I'm coming home July 1st, which is 2 months from today. Today's a holiday here in Russia. It's May Day. We're off Monday and Tuesday from school, so it's nice to just relax and chill. Basically, I want to do this vlog today, like a short one, on how to become a TEFL teacher, how to have a job like me. Some of my friends have messaged me on Facebook, and when I've met with them at home, and they've asked me like, what's the process to do what you do? How do you get to travel and all this stuff? You're in Budapest 1 week, Slovenia the next, Russia a month later. And basically, I wanted to do a little vlog about it and explain some of the finer points, and hopefully maybe inspire at least one person or so watching this to become a TEFL teacher, because it's very it's an eye-opening experience. It's rewarding. It's fulfilling. Your perception of the world and people and cultures in your own country expands exponentially when you do this and travel as much as I have. So basically, to start doing what I do, you have to have a TEFL certificate. Now, a TEFL certificate, what the hell is TEFL? TEFL, Teaching English as a Foreign Language. That's what TEFL stands for. Simple. You can get a TEFL certificate usually on a study abroad trip. Now, that's what I did in 2011. I went to the Czech Republic through the University of Memphis. It is now in its 27th year. This summer will be the 27th year. And they also have one in Spain, in Alicante, I believe. I've never gone on that program. I think it's in Alicante. I'm pretty sure. Basically what happens is it's 3 weeks, and in the mornings, once you get to the program, you'll take a 3-hour class. It's like a break in the middle. And basically half of it is methodology and things like that, grammar, lexis, all this stuff, like the finer points of the English language. The second half of it will be how to be an effective teacher, how to lesson plan, what should I put in a lesson plan, what should I leave out, what is drilling, what is error correction, how do I do it, will they get mad at me if I error correct, all this kind of stuff will be in detail explained in that class. Then you get to put everything that you've learned in that class into practice and go teach a legitimate conversation class for 45 minutes. Now, when I was at the language school and I had my class, I think there was about 13 students, which is a lot. A normal EFL class at a language school has about 8. Because it's very difficult to teach a class of 14. A couple years ago I had, I think, almost 18 when I was there, which is ridiculous. So when you finish that 3-week program, you get a TEFL certificate, and I actually have mine here. This is the actual one. This is not a copy. 2011, right there. Yeah, my first name is William, if you guys didn't know it. And you get this, and it'll say something like Certificate of Successful Completion, or something like that. So you get it, and it's 100 classroom hours. Now, this is your guide, if you will, to finding a job. But a long time ago, you could get by in the EFL world with just a certificate, and that's it. Now, most schools, almost all of them, require a degree. So just a bachelor's degree. A lot of these other ones require master's and PhD, but that's for like director of studies and school managers and all that. If you're just a basic EFL teacher, a bachelor's degree, preferably an arts degree like English or something like that, and TEFL certificate. Now, there's 2 types of TEFL certificates. You have an online certificate, and you have a in-face certificate, like face-to-face, not in-face, face-to-face. Now, it doesn't say on here, but this is a face-to-face, and I recommend doing this, strongly recommend doing this. I worked with a guy in Slovakia. That was actually my roommate. He had an online one, and he got hired. Everything was fine. The advantage of doing an in-person one is you get the actual experience. Like the second day you're in the program, boom, you're in the class. They push you in, and then they shut the door and lock it right behind you. Not really, but we'll see how you react under pressure if they actually did that. But at the end of that program, you get this certificate, and it's best to do it in person. And I would highly recommend doing the Czech program at the University of Memphis. You don't have to be a student there, but you can do the program and all that, and they have scholarships available. They have grants available as well. You just have to write them and inquire about what you have to do. Not everybody gets a scholarship. I got a $1,500 one, but with the check program, normally everybody gets a scholarship of some increment, some value from 1,500 to like 500, whatever. Now, once you have a TOEFL certificate and you're ready to find a job, you need to figure out where you want to work and you want to see what's available. Now, this isn't a fancy video with like editing and stuff's going to shoot in on the screen. I'm very primitive. These are the 3 websites that I recommend using. Do it this way because the camera's over here. Now, TOEFL.com, TOEFL.net, and ESLcafe.com. I'll put these in the description as well, so you can click on them and check it out. Now, these 3 are the best. I would say ESL Cafe is probably the best overall, but all 3 are good. They have forums where you can write and ask questions about different countries, accommodation, what's the health insurance like, what are the people like, do they like Americans, whatever, how expensive is it, what's the best place to meet people, whatever. Okay, so these 3 are the best to search on there. You can search country and then just scroll and start looking. Now, what to expect. This is the crux. You've chosen a country, you found a job you like, you found a job listing, and you read the listing. Now, this is where you have to pay very close attention. Most of the schools will get you to sign a 1-year contract. Some are different. It depends on the country and depends on the law there. Most of them will do a 1-year contract. You'll teach anywhere between 25 and 30 hours, sometimes more. Each school is different. If you teach kids, it's going to be different than teaching adults because kids have shorter class time. Usually 45 minutes, adults are like an hour and a half, roughly. You also need to check the benefits. Are they going to pay for your flat? Are they going to give you reimbursement for your flight, for your visa, for your health insurance? Are they paying for that? That sort of thing. I'm lucky here in Russia. They're paying for my accommodation. They're paying for my health insurance. The only thing I really have to pay for, like out of pocket besides food and stuff, is internet, and it's about $8 a month. Yeah, $8 a month. Yeah. It's very important to read the fine print. A lot of these schools have a bad rap with contracts, with different things like that, with false information. And it's best to go to one of these 3 websites. The links will be in the description. One of these 3 websites. Read the forums. Check out everything, information. Email the school if you're interested and ask them questions about it, and they can give you more information and clear everything up about it. Now, once you've decided, you'll do a Skype interview usually. And basically in the Skype interview, it depends on the school, how they do it. They'll ask you about yourself, ask you about your training, about your experience, and then they'll ask you, do you have a problem living abroad? Will it be an issue, living in a foreign country? And then you go through a Skype interview. Most of the interviews they'll ask you basic grammar questions, and then they'll ask you maybe 5 to 10. When I interviewed in Slovakia, it was 5. When I interviewed in Russia, it was 10 questions about different things, like how do you teach this? How would you open a new topic on this grammar point to pre-intermediate students, blah, blah, blah. Then after you go through that, they offer you the contract, and then you get the job. So that's the basic order of steps. But the most important is you have to have a TOEFL certificate. That is, bar none, the most important. Now, there's all kinds of TOEFL programs all over the world. Be sure you read through everything and make sure you know what you're paying, what you're getting. Some of these TOEFL programs, the certificates they give are not really the best. Some of them are, and they're not as highly reputable. Normally, in the UK and stuff, it's CELTA. You get a CELTA Certificate of English Language Training to Adults. I just have a TOEFL certificate. It's basically the equivalent. And it works. I really haven't been turned down with it at all. So if you have any questions, just comment below or just message me, and I'll try to answer them. Hopefully this was helpful. It's kind of rushed. I just kind of put it all together because I had a lot of stuff in my mind that I wanted to write down and to get on the video. So I hope you guys found it useful. With this job, I've been able to travel to 24 countries. I'm going to Serbia in June before I go to Slovenia. That'll be 25, and then Canada will be 26 in August. So this job has enabled me. It's been my vehicle to travel to about 80-90% of Europe and make friends for life and memories of a lifetime, things that can't be bought. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if you have any questions. Hope this helps. Later.